Hey everybody, good morning, and welcome to the Monday edition of Tyngsborough TV live on this windy Monday morning. The building is shaking, trees are blowing sideways, all kinds of stuff's going on. Anyways, I'm Town Media Director Steve Brogan, and welcome to this edition of Tyngsborough TV live. I've got a whole bunch of news to get to you, as well as some very important news for what's going on right now. It's crazy windy outside right now. There's a number of road closures here in the town of Tyngsborough. Quickly before I get to that, don't forget you can watch this broadcast on a multitude of places: Facebook, YouTube, Tyngsborough on tyngsborough.ma.gov, and Comcast 8, Verizon 29 here in town. Any questions, feel free to chime in on the Facebook or YouTube comment section, and I will answer your questions or fill in whatever I can. So there's a number of road closures, and I'm just trying to get to it because there's like so much going on that it's not even funny. So Norris Road is completely closed at the moment. If you need to access Tyngsborough High School or Tyngsborough Middle School, you'll have to do that through Lawrence Road. So because Lawrence Road is closed, there's I guess a pole down across Norris Road and wires and everything else that goes along with that. So that's going on. Good times today. This is going to be an interesting day, so definitely be very careful with what's going on. Now I'm just trying to get to that road closures. I lost my page. There it is. Okay. All right. So right now, power outage, not road closures. These are where the power outages are reported right now: Scribner Road, Chestnut Road, Massapog Road, Westford Road, Groton Road, Jocks Road, Nevada Road, Virginia Road, Appaloosa Circle, and Davis Road. 789 customers so far are affected, so a little less than 10% of the town population. Decent amount of people, though, and more probably to come in the next few hours, as this thing is supposed to ramp up over the next few hours and get even more severe, with winds up to 55 miles per hour. At least that's what, according to National Weather Service. I will show you their page right now. So there you go. National Weather Service, they're talking about, like I said, wind gusts up to 55 miles an hour. Oh, they dropped it now to 49 now. Okay, well, that's still not much more of an improvement. Anyways, high winds. Be careful. For all the obvious reasons, be very careful today if you're out in the yard or if you're out driving or whatever the case may be. Just use caution. Good idea to keep your cell phones charged just in case you lose power. If you have battery backups or anything like that, it's always a good thing to have those charged up, so that way you can charge your phone for a little extended period if you have to. Who knows how long power could stay out for. It all varies on how quickly National Grid can respond. But apparently, at least according to the scanner, it sounds like they're getting out there fairly quickly. That thing's been chirping all morning. So there was even reports of a bowling ball rolling down the street. Not sure how that happens. I literally cannot make this up. That's hilarious. John Pelletier, thank you for posting that earlier, because I missed that. Missed that report. But yeah, there was a bowling ball apparently rolling down Westford Road, I think it was. Or excuse me, was it Westford Road? Yeah, let me look. What road was it before over by Cazadores? Yeah, Middlesex Road. Excuse me, not Westford Road. Middlesex Road, over by Cazadores. So somebody was bowling in the street apparently. So lots of stuff is happening today. Getting back to town stuff, there's a whole bunch of things going on in town this weekend and in the next month or two that I've been mentioning to you guys. So don't forget to mark your calendars for some of these more important events that you may want to remember. Things like Household Hazardous Waste Day, Yard Waste Day, that kind of stuff, just so you can have that in your calendar so you can know when they're coming up, because they happen every year, but they sometimes the dates shift slightly, obviously, because it's under years and whatnot. But so here you go. Let's get started right off this, because there's a lot to get to. So first of all, election papers. Elections are happening, or will be happening, excuse me, coming up very soon. If you are interested in running for one of the many offices that are happening here in town, there or will be up for election rather here in town. There's a seat on Selectmen, Assessor, Board of Health, Cemetery Commission, 2 on Finance Committee, 2 on Library Trustees, and then Housing Authority, Planning Board, School Committee, and 2 on Sewer Commission. So there's a number of seats up for grabs. These are anywhere from 2 to 5 year appointments. If you are wondering who's on the list, you can talk to our town clerk. She can give you the complete list of all the seats that are up for grabs. But you have to pull your papers by March 22nd and have them back by March 26th, and you will need 50 signatures in order to get on the ballot. So not an insurmountable task. Clearly 50 signatures is not that much, but it's definitely a huge help to the town for the people that run and serve on these boards, because they do a lot of work. They're really very important, obviously, and it's a great way to learn about your town, a great way to learn how things work in town, and finances and all the different committees and things like that. It's actually a really interesting way to understand more intimately how your town government works. So definitely something that's worth entertaining if you have the time. First round of excise taxes went out. Those are due back March 11th. Shamrock Ball and movie night, both by the Tyngsborough Rec Department. The movie night's happening on March 1st at Old Town Hall, 7 p.m., and they're going to screen Mary Poppins Returns. And then on March 16th, the Shamrock Ball over at Tyngsborough Elementary School. That's the father-daughter dance that happens over there. That's March 16th from 6 to 8 p.m. More information on that, tyngsboroughRec.com, and you can get all the info on that and sign up and so on and so forth. The Rain Barrel program is happening, again, through the GreatAmericanRainBarrel.com and our conservation department. So very cool stuff there. You can get a discounted rain barrel. Those will be picked up at the health fair on April 6th, which, again, the health fair is happening April 6th, so you can pick up, if you do purchase one of those, you can pick it up at the health fair. And as I mentioned, on April 6th also is the health fair, so if you are interested in either being a vendor, picking up one of the last vendor spots, I think there might be 1 or 2 still open, contact the Board of Health. You can get involved in that. But the health fair is on March 6th, and there's just a ton of really cool stuff. I'll be there doing some demonstrations, as well as a ton of other people. Tyngsborough Police and Fire, and those guys are usually there as well as just a number of different vendors who come from all different places and have lots of interesting stuff to show off. That's all health related for the most part. So very interesting stuff. You can learn quite a bit of cool things there. Also, as I mentioned, yard waste pickup. May 10th and May 24th is yard waste pickup day. I'm trying to do this quick just in case the power goes out. May 10th and May 24th is yard waste pickup day. So if you have yard waste that you want to get rid of, you're probably going to have some after today, most likely. If you definitely have some to get rid of, then get it in a... Oh, Mission Road has no power either. Thank you, Lisa, for letting me know on that one. So yeah, where was I? Yard waste pickup. Right, like I said, you're probably going to have some after today. So get it ready for May 10 and May 24th of the 2 curbside yard waste pickup days here in town. Household Hazardous Waste Day is June 1st, so mark your calendar for that. All that stuff that you can't throw in the trash can all go, most of it anyways, can go to Household Hazardous Waste Day. There is a list if you go to the Tyngsborough website, tyngsboroughma.gov, and you go to the Board of Health page. There is a link that will take you to the sheet that has everything listed out that you can bring, and even the things so that you think you have to bring there, like paint, for example. You don't actually have to bring that to Household Hazardous Waste Day. You just have to leave the can open, let it dry out, and then you can throw it in your regular trash. But it gives you all different kinds of pointers on that and lots of description and stuff as to what you can and cannot bring. I'll get into those in a minute. The town's doing a surplus auction. There's just a few vehicles. If you're interested, that's on the homepage at tyngsboroughma.gov. The master plan session is happening on March 13th at Old Town Hall. So this is the second of 4. The master plan committee is holding these 4 visioning sessions. Each one is getting more and more specific as they move along. I believe this is land use and so on in this one. However, you have to attend. We are not going to be broadcasting it. It's not a really broadcastable event because of the way it's being run. It's more of a bunch of different table groups talking about the different subjects and so on. So we won't be broadcasting it. It is something you definitely have to go to if you want to take part. Again, this is on March 13th at Old Town Hall. I believe at 7 p.m., 7 to 9 p.m. I think the time is. So yeah, if you want to take part, then you have to definitely be there. We will do a recap. I've already talked to Eric, our town planner, and a couple of the members of the master plan committee about coming on after this session is done, and they'll give basically a recap of what was discussed and so on and so forth. So at least you'll be able to keep up with what's going on in the master plan. Also, the cyclical inspections are going on. Cyclical inspections have finished. They're doing the callbacks now for the cyclical inspection. So if you got one of those notices in your door that they wanted to come and inspect, that notice should have a number on it to actually call Lauren Wokel, our town assessor, who I had a great interview with last Friday. If you get a chance, go take a look at that one. That's up on Facebook and YouTube, and going to our VOD service shortly. So you can hear directly from her about what the cyclical inspections are and stuff. But if you did get one of those notices, they're doing the callback so that they can come back and do inspections. It's not mandatory, but as you'll see in that interview, there's good reason to let them actually come in and do their inspections, because you can actually end up potentially saving some tax money because you might be paying more than what you're supposed to. So who knows? Very cool stuff, though. Also, the Girl Scout Troop 6916 and Scouts USA, formerly Boy Scouts Troop 46 are doing an e-recycle day. I think this is actually in conjunction with the health fair because it's on the same day. I don't have all the details yet. They just emailed me that this was happening, and I'm waiting for them to get back with some more details so I can give you better information on that. But mark your calendars for that anyways. It's an e-recycle day. I imagine it's going to be computers and that type of stuff, electronic devices, obviously, which is e-waste. would be e-waste, and yeah, you can bring that and recycle it. So very good stuff there. There are a number of job openings here in the town. If you are interested or need a job, there's a whole bunch of them open. I'm going to go right to the website now, and I'm right on the homepage. As with most of this stuff, I usually get a lot of this information from our website. So if you're ever wondering where you can find this stuff, check our website first. Some of it I do get from other places, but for the most part, it comes from the website. So I do my best to pull from there to make it easy for all of you. So, but yeah, there's a lot of jobs posted. So I'm going to go to See All News. I've actually already got the tab opened up over here, and there's a skilled labor job in the sewer department. There is a skilled labor job in the highway department, skilled laborer, rather. There's the Old Town Hall host job is open, and there's also a job in the library, I believe. Yes, library technician down the bottom there. Second to last. There we go. So yeah, there's a number of positions open here in town. So if you're interested or you know somebody who needs a job, who might be interested in one of these positions, a great way to, great place to work. I think it's a good place to work anyways. I rather enjoy my job and all the folks that I get to work with. So cool stuff. Also, I wanted to mention that there's been, thanks to Selectman Ron Cohane and his wife Diana, they've done a number of improvements over at the Shady Glade Trail System over on Primrose, as well as the Sherburne Nature Center over on Coburn, where they've remarked a number of the trails with new markers, so they're easier to navigate. Sometimes people get lost. I've actually done it myself over there. I got lost a little bit because I didn't know where the trail was supposed to go. But they've remarked all that stuff. They're working on maps. Ron's been building little bridges and all kinds of cool stuff over there. So lots of really good stuff happening. Obviously, it's kind of cold out still to be really venturing outside, I guess, or at least windy anyways, if you're thinking about today. But for those who do like to go outside in the wintertime, stuff's ready for you. So Shady Glade and the Sherburne Nature Center are remarked and ready to go, so you can jump on any time and check out the additions and improvements that Selectman Cohane and his wife have spent a lot of time doing, putting together, and making it nicer and more navigable to get around those trail systems and not get lost. It's always a good thing. Also, is another mark your calendar. May 4th, 2019 is the Winslow School reunion. That is, I actually don't have all the details on that other than the date, but the reunion's coming up very soon. I'm going to get the location. I'm going to say it's at Winslow, if I remember correctly. But for anybody who's ever gone to the Winslow School, they're looking for photographs, and obviously your attendance at the reunion as well. But if you have any photographs you want to show off, class pictures, all that kind of fun stuff, contact the Historical Commission, Tyngsborough Historical Commission. You can get to them through their Facebook page. Just search Tyngsborough Historical Commission and they'll come right up. And you can send in photos if you've got anything already electronic, or they'll get with you to scan those in and stuff. So very cool stuff. Now, boy, we're cranking through this. All right, last couple things that I want to mention before I just mention what's going on with the closures and roads and all that fun stuff again. March 23rd is this event. It's called A Night on the Edge. It is an Alzheimer's event, Alzheimer's awareness event, to raise funds for Alzheimer's patients. March 23rd at the Chelmsford Elks Hall, 300 Littleton Road in Chelmsford, Mass. It's at 7 p.m. over at the Chelmsford Elks, and it's $15 to get in, children under 12 or 7. It's a whole bunch of music and stuff. Michelle Canning puts this together. They perform and do a bunch of country music. So really nice event that they put on. She's been doing this for a number of years, as long as I've been here anyways, 3 years now. And I'm guessing probably before that even, but they do this event every year, and so is the continuation of this event done by Michelle Canning and her group. So really nice event, and obviously for a good cause for Alzheimer's. If you are interested in stuff going on at the Senior Center, they have put out their next their newsletter. There we go. They put out their newest newsletter. This is the March newsletter. With all kinds of happenings and goings on over at the Senior Center. Lots of stuff as usual. The Council on Aging. I always call it a senior center. I'm used to where I used to work. They called it a senior center. Same thing, right? But yeah, lots of cool events and goings on over at the Council on Aging / Senior Center. So yeah, check out their catalog. Their newsletter. They've got them at the COA. I believe we have some here in Town Hall. Also, I think we have the new neighbor to neighbor going on here in town. And then lastly, just for quick news stuff, this is going on. So the Middlesex Conservation District is doing a spring plant sale. This is from our conservation department. I don't know if it's through them or they just promoted it through them as far as I know, but they're having a spring plant sale The easiest way to get to this is middlesexconservation.org. So you can go there and you can actually see this list. They have a nice list of all different kinds of stuff. If you are a gardener, you're going to love this. They've got everything from supplies to shrubs and trees, fruits, edibles, ground covers, perennials, lots of really good stuff. Daylilies, hostas, all kinds of stuff. Lots of really cool plants, perennials, annuals, all kinds of stuff like that, as well as the trees. That's what I'm interested in more, is the trees and the shrubs and stuff. But there's a lot of it here. And the prices actually seem pretty fair. In fact, maybe even a little better than if you were to pick it up at your favorite home center. Not that those are bad. But yeah, they seem like they're pretty good. So it's one of those deals you order it ahead of time, and then they'll bring it all in, and you can pick it up. And I believe this is over at Kimball's that they're doing. Yes, Kimball's Farm, 400 Littleton Road in Westford, Mass. So not in Tyngsborough, unfortunately, but still pretty cool for Tyngsborough residents to take advantage of. Again, you can get information on that from middlesexconservation.org if you have any questions. Do we know the last graduating class of Winslow School before it closed? I do not know. I thought I heard it was the early 2000s. I don't remember the exact date that I had heard, but yeah, I don't know exactly when it closed. I can get information on that, though. I will find out. So just quickly recapping on what's going on here in town. So high winds up to 55 miles an hour, at least according to National Weather Service a little bit ago. Right now, Norris Road over at the high school, middle school, that road, Norris Road, that goes to it, is closed. So if you need to get to the high school or middle school, you'll have to go through Lawrence Road to get to the schools because of the closure. So you'll have to go the long way to get there. And the power outage is reported right now. Scribner Road, Chestnut Road, Massapog Road, Westford Road, Groton Road, Jacques Road, Nevada Road, Virginia Road, Appaloosa Circle, Davis Road, and the one that was just mentioned in the chat was Mission Road as well. So yeah, if you're on those roads, you probably don't have any power, or more than likely. It's somewhere in the 800, I'd guess probably somewhere in the 800 count of people who don't have power. So, about 10% of the town. Yeah, it's going to be a long day. Just get ready, be ready. Make sure you keep your phones charged. If you have backup chargers that you can use to charge your phone, make sure those are charged as well, just in case you lose power. Make sure to check on your friends, neighbors, relatives, anybody like that, especially anybody who is power dependent. If anybody is on, medical machines and things like that, make sure that they're okay, because power, obviously, you don't have power, you don't have your device, and then suddenly you bad things can happen. So definitely keep an eye on that, on those folks as well. That's all I've got, folks. Any questions, sbrogan@tyngsboroughma.gov. I'm happy to get as many answers as I can for you. As things develop today, if anything big happens, I'll let you know. I'll jump back on here, and I'll update when the Norris Road gets open back up. I'll do a post, maybe a video post as well, but I'll do a post at least on Facebook and Twitter, just so people know that is open back up at some point. Hopefully that happens. It sounded like a pretty extensive drop with a pole going down and all the work that goes into that, all the wires attached to all that, and Norris Road's already a mess anyway, so especially during school time. So should be an interesting day. So be careful, be safe. Just keep your eyes on the weather and watch for falling trees and all that stuff. And that scanner is still chirping. It's been chirping this whole time. It has not stopped. So keep an eye. So also don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe on all the social media stuff on Facebook and YouTube. We're trying to get more subscribers on YouTube so people see it there. Facebook is a great way to watch this, but YouTube, quite honestly, is a little bit more easy if you want to watch it on a full-size TV. That's always nice. Then you can see me in glorious whatever size TV is. I don't know if that's a good thing. But anyways, you can watch us a bunch of different ways. So definitely check us out on YouTube. Like I say, share and comment, or subscribe and comment over there. And then if you're on Facebook, like, comment, share. That helps to beat Facebook's algorithms and get it to appear in your news feed more regularly, I should say, and also get out to your other friends and neighbors. So that's it, folks. Have a good day. Stay safe. Watch out for that wind. I did just see a woman on a stick fly by my window, so it's definitely windy out there. Take her easy, and I will see you later, maybe, or next time, Friday. But got some good interviews coming up anyways. Take it easy, everybody. Have a good one. Bye.